It's not about square footage and views even, which is what most developers push. It's about energy, emotion, and the feeling. So look, with your contacts, with your market experience, I'm sure that when it came time for you to say, I really want to get involved on the professional side of Dubai real estate, why did you decide to work with Revolution? What was it that I would imagine you could have worked for many different in many different situations, but you chose Revolution?
To be honest, one of the main ideas for me was for during my professional journey, I spent a lot of time, energy, and money selling lots of small items, be it skateboards, be it wall-to-wall flooring, be it curtains with our curtain business, be it bikes. I did a lot of this stuff where it's a lot of time and energy spent to sell small items. What I decided, especially as I was getting older, that it's probably better for me to use the same amount of energy, or maybe even less, to work on larger products. What's the word? Big ticket items.
Okay.
So which made me go onto the professional side of real estate. I was working as a broker, and I was working at a brokerage, and they through that brokerage I was introduced to the developer, and I always say thanks to Ben. Ben has been a mentor for me. I've known him for 22 years, and we were introduced to Alex, our founder, and we visited the Eywa Experience Center by Revolution. And I was absolutely blown away, because from an investor standpoint, I had never seen anything like it. Now, luxury, ultra luxury, I think is very quite new in this market. And I've always been good at selling brands, products. I can learn about this cup and sell millions of these cups. So for me, a developer was, from a developer standpoint, it was great because it's one product, right? In brokerage, you need to know the whole market or specific areas. You need to know all the developers. Every 18 hours, there's a new project being launched. So for me, it made a lot of sense. And normally I like to sell what I like. And frankly speaking, when I saw the experience center and I met Alex, I fell in love, because again, the design concept, the details, and the materials and finishes, and the level of those materials and finishes, the quality, I had never seen anything like it. And remember, I come from an interior contracting background. So I've done those level of interiors for people on a bespoke level, but I'd never seen it from a property developer. And that's why we always encourage even people to come, because 90% of the job is done by people coming to our experience center. And normally, 9 out of 10 people that come here, they're like, wow, and again, it's the choice of materials. Of course, you can do also simplistic design, high level qualities of materials. For us, it's a little bit different. It's very connected to nature. And so that's why you get what we call wild luxury, exotic materials and finishes. The Lake Louise marble from Canada, which is like green and it's gorgeous. The Cipollino Nuvolato, the Roman travertine flooring, the limestone walls features, the Patagonia quartz. These are not the things that you normally see combined together in a real estate development here. So I went to the developer because I felt like I could contribute. I loved the product, and I could sell it every day, day in, day out. that's the one thing you've got to really
You've got to be sold yourself.
Yeah,
before you
it's hard to decide. And of course, there's developers that develop multiple projects simultaneously. We do it a little bit more differently, although we're about to launch our second building. But we very focused on, selling the one project, making sure that even the quality of the people that are buying in the project matches what we are doing.
Yeah.
It's not to say that we are, saying no to people, but we're kind of, if we see someone doesn't fit, we
I get it.
might not respond.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But yeah, it needs to be the right level of people, because the quality of people coming into this building is also very high profile.
Yeah, it's not about square footage and views even, which is what most developers push. It's about energy, emotion, and the feeling, I think, that you're going to...
Yes. We say, first of all, Eywa is a very exclusive project. There's only 50 apartments plus the 2 penthouses anyway. And we've got, 12, 13 units available now. For Eywa, the other thing is, first of all, it's won the award for the world's best property. It has award-winning architecture and design, but it's also, we consider it to be the most health-conscious, sustainable, and unique building on Earth. And in that aspect, there are elements in this building that are unlike any other building. The air filtration system, which is top-notch. It eradicates between 75 to 84% of all air pollutants, germs, bacteria, things like COVID-19 are cleansed from the air, so you're breathing the best air. The centralized water filtration and activation system, which also goes through a quantum reactor, which charges the water to be closer to your blood charge. I mean, this stuff, for me, was mind-blowing, and so these elements make this building very, very different. And so I'm not sure if I answered your question. What was the question?
I forgot.
I kind of went into the sales pitch. No, I shouldn't do that. But it was very, very different. It's very, very different and very unique. And so it really sets us apart from...
Absolutely.